everyone, it's Bubbles from Venom Fluid Art. Thank you for joining us on another amazing adventure on our Fluid Art Express, and I hope you just watched ShanB Fluid Art, because how cool is she? So, today I have my 12 by 10 inch canvas.
Yep.
It has a nice big thick floaty pillow on, as you can see, with our fabulous new lighting. Like, this is daylight. Sort of a bit scary though. Any imperfections I could hide in the shadows are gone. Sucks to be me. So, what I'm thinking today, we're going to have a play. Just going to have a play. Because sometimes I really do believe that's when you get your best zingers. And with this new lighting, I need one. So, to start off, we're going to get King Gold CA, and I'm going to just put a nice little slither. I'll come forward. I'm really going to have to adjust to this. Look at me go. There we go. That should do us. Don't want it too thick, just want a little bit that I can slide in a V up here. So I'm just going to go in. Nice little angle and snake her up. Number one. So what I'll do is turn her around. Always wipe off that palette knife before you add more, because you don't want to add your CA to your pillow paint that come off on your little tool, because that would be bad. I've done it. It's not funny. I can hear you laughing, Wombat. Alright. It's more the fact he's laughing because I said the word little tool. See? All women in the audience right now are shaking their head going, yep, I've got a man like that. And all the men in the audience are going, we agree with him, he's just funny, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I'm going to let that sink for a bit. Just see what this thicker section down here is going to do. Because if it decides to not do much for us, we'll just go over the top with black CA and make some cells. It's all that easy. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to put that one away for a minute, because I don't want to play with them now. And we're going to grab out, we've got some gorgeous colours here today, so you can see, finger pointing, we have our Amsterdam red, we have our Senshi red from Eye Candy, I have Firebird red from Eye Candy, and the fantastic Arc Orange from Eye Candy. So what we'll do, I think we'll go in with the Amsterdam red first. And I'm going to come across here. It's like a V for victory there. Hopefully that's where this painting's going. That would be nice. So I'm going to lay quite a bit on this one, I think. I really want to get it to open up. So if you want more colour, add it. Alright. Then we'll lay down our Senshi red. This is just a lush colour. Absolutely love it. Look at that. There's just something about this one. I really don't like to live without it. It makes my weekend when I get to paint. Gorgeous colour. We'll grab out our Firebird. Add a bit up there. A bit down the bottom. So that's what I think the cool thing too about swipes, because really, you don't have to be tidy. You can slap that paint on. Doesn't matter, because you're going over the top of it. So, there we go. Now, I see some big mammoth bubbles there. So, let's just pop them. Alright, so that kills them. Now we'll grab out our little dude again. So I'll just move that forward just so you can see. So I've got a bad habit of not thinking of that. So I do apologise. So, that's our CA down. And we're just going to run it on a slight angle. And walk it slowly through our swipe. I might just tail that one. Alright, we'll let them pop for a bit. I'll just grab some paper towel. Now what I think we'll do, you can see this isn't going to do much more for us down there. So I'm just going to add the tiniest little bit of CA to the edge of this palette knife. So just like that, just a dab. And let's just change that up a bit, eh? Just so it's not as bold. And that'll sit there and sink for us. So what we might do now, where is my little dude? There he is. This is a cool one. Just tiny little palette knife. So I'm going to add a little bit of black to that. And I'm going to add just the tiniest drop of King Gold. So now I'm just going to grab this Firebird Red. And I'm just going to do a real just light drizzle over the top like that. So that's all I got on there. I'll just put a little bit extra there. And I'm going to do the same again for the other side. So just a little bit of black. Tiny little drop. You just got to remember, if you're using this gold CA, King Gold CA activator, it is really bold. So a little bit absolutely goes a long way. It's just something to take in mind. And we'll just trail that one there. You're going to sink, and we're going to have to get the straw out for a minute. I think I went a bit thick there. We'll just give it a helping hand. That'll do. Just want a little something there. Alright, what we might do is just see what this is going to do. We're going to stick our skewer through it. And we'll give it a slight spin and see whether I want to add some more palette knives in there. Here we go. Paint flying. My favourite part. So now they're opening up pretty cool. Might just leave them to do their thing, you know. Yep. I reckon down the bottom here. So we'll add a little bit more. And that's the cool thing with fluid art. You don't have to just stick to what you started with. Change it up as you go along, as you see what the painting's going to do. Experimenting definitely rocks my world. Alright, so a little bit of King Gold, just a tad. Just reach over, grab a little bit of that red. So you can see I'm really not using a lot of paint there at all. And we'll let that one sink for a minute. And sometimes in between swipes too, you find if you give it a spin, you got an idea of how it's going to move and how big it's going to become. And that can just let you know too what you're going to fit and stop you from overdoing it sometimes, which is really easy to get carried away, isn't it? Alright, now give them a little bit of character, I reckon. One of my dad's favourite sayings. Plus character or a little bit of feature. You know, with my dad, if he says to you, geez, that's got a bit of feature, you've done alright. If you get, that's okay, it's time to start again. Very honest man. Absolutely value his opinion. Alright, so I think we're ready to pop that pesky bubble. Let's give it a spin. See how she's going to really open up for us now. That's pretty. Now I might just check for... Oh, you know what? Before we go any further, I think right there, guys. What do you reckon? Yeah, I think we're going to do it. But I think we're going to go bigger. I just think that space, being as negative as it is, like, don't get me wrong, I love negative space, but I think that's going to be too much. So what we might do is add a little bit of Firebird. Let's go a bit of Senshi. And let's get a bit of Arc Orange on there. That way you can see exactly what I've got on there. See, it's not really that thick at all. And I'm just going to angle this. And take that down like that. Now that's cool. I think that's cool. That makes me smile a bit more. Now we'll give that a spin. Make it look a bit more like a ribbon, I reckon. There we go. Okay. Let's give her another spin. Won't go as fast because I really want to keep the formation of those cells through that big swipe. Just tossing up whether that needs a little bit of just... See them corners look a bit naked? So I just sort of wonder if we just give it little highlights in the corner, that might just set it off so it all looks a bit more balanced. So all I'm doing this time is just in reverse. I've got my little black dob of CA in the centre and the gold king covering. There we go. Just let her sit for a minute. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get rid of these. Some of these, the black British paints for some reason at the moment. It's only in the black. Most stubbornest bubbles you've ever seen in your life. Even with a heat gun, doesn't like to pop them. So I like to get to them now before we give it a good decent spin. Just so we've got a bit more of a chance of filling in them gaps. And I'm thinking it's not going to be a bubbles piece unless I tie my shoelace, because I'm addicted. So we're going to add one there. And I think we'll add just one here. Cool. So now let's give her a spin, and then I'll be ready to get my fabulous cameraman to give you a close-up. I quite like this, just an experiment, big swipe, a few little palette knife swipes to play with, our gold CA. It's got a bit of a Japanese feel to this, little ribbons. That's really cool, that one there. I'm proud of that one. I'll take it. Especially with this new lighting, I was like, please, don't let this be the day I stuff up royally, because it's going to be really highlighted in that light. I'll just make sure this has all gone over the edges for me, because I did have quite a thick pillow on that one. I love thick pillows. I just think when you're, especially when you're starting out too, and you're learning the palette knife swipes, or even just a swipe, I just think it helps you balance your way through the paint. You don't feel like you're hitting the base and get that jagged motion. I think the floating pillow just helps you learn control and keep everything really smooth. So, yeah, I think that one's going to do us now. I'm quite happy with that one. I hope you enjoyed it. Something different. My favourite red and oranges again. I know, back with the King Gold, but I just can't get enough of it. It's a great CA. Makes a great CA. So, that is it for me this week. Hope you enjoyed. Next up after me, we have the amazing dynamic duo of Tony and Kat Pender from the Hippy Dippy Painter Man. Make sure you head on over and join us in the chat, because they are always amazing. And please, if you haven't, go subscribe to their channel. You won't be disappointed. The talent, the sense of humour, the personalities, they are just both absolutely amazing people. And I'm absolutely honoured to say they are my friends. So that is it for me, guys. So until next week, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.